Welcome everybody to another episode of Tequila Time. I'm your boy Big Dave.
Big Dave, what is up? It's Dougie Fresh.
What's up, Dougie Fresh? So today we're going to talk about this new generation, man. And
Yeah,
we grew up in a different generation. When I was growing up, if you wanted to have a good time, you was out of the house. You was outside. You was knocking on your friend's door, trying to get them to come outside. And today's day and age is, hop on the computer. Let's get on the PC. Let's get on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. A lot of these kids, younger kids, they grew up through COVID. So I get the whole, for 2 years almost.
They were locked in.
Yeah, this is what we had to
locked
do.
down, should I say.
But I'm also seeing like here and there sprouts of kids popping up too outside. Like I just saw like 4 or 5 kids walking around the block. So it's like, are we changing back into we got to be outside more with this new generation, or do you think that they're still trapped inside still?
I think they're still trapped inside. You got the video games. I mean, I play video games here and there, but it's not my life. Like I miss the days. Like I wish I could call someone up and say, "Yo, let's play some tackle football or two-hand touch football."
Yeah, because like growing up, man, you used to go like to the park or you used to go to like anywhere that was a green field, and you used to get the teams and. That's it. You started playing. We used to play rough as hell too.
Kickball, organize a nice baseball game, pick up.
I feel like the kids nowadays, I feel like they want to do it. They just don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was instilled in us for years.
Oh, we had no choice.
If you want, the parents would always tell you, go outside, just make sure you're back before the it gets dark, before the street lights are on.
Yeah, that was the motto.
Yeah, get home before the street lights are on. So like nowadays, these kids, they grow up, a lot of things are pushing are the gaming and stuff like that. But
yeah, the gaming, the streaming.
I feel like they're missing out on that good
that vibe.
Interaction.
That connection.
Yeah. Like the one-to-one. People, we used to go out, we used to play, bro, I had a basketball hoop in front of the house. Everybody come out. My best friend had a basketball hoop in front of his house.
Wall
we used
ball.
To go there. We used to go in the garage and we used to hook up, like bring our bikes, and you used to have that one person that knew how to work on bikes. Yo, I gotta change my chain. Can you change the chain for me real quick? I got a flat. Can you patch my inner tube? Like I feel like nowadays there's nothing like that anymore. And I feel like COVID played a part, but it's also this day and age, it just pushes games too much. Pushing too much games.
Yeah, but even during COVID, I still went outside, went for a nice walk. I don't see anyone out.
But that's the thing is that you grew up with that. You grew up wanting to be outside constantly. Like on my days off, I'm in my backyard. I'm cleaning. I'm sitting out. I'm smoking a cigar. I'm whatever it is. Even if people come over, like we're outside. We're not inside the house. We're in the garage or we're out in the backyard. Chilling, hanging out.
I can't stay in the house. Like I could be going to a bar or a Doubles game or a Mets game or a Phillies game. I have to be out.
Yeah, and nowadays these kids are like complacent with just staying inside. It's tough. Like my oldest daughter, she sits at her computer desk. And she's playing games or she's talking on the phone or she's watching a show on her phone or on her projector, whatever it is, instead of going outside and playing it. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm still working on the house. I'm still working on the backyard and stuff. And I do live on a main street. I grew up, in apartment complexes. So, everybody was around. But it's tough. I feel like nowadays there was a disconnection lost between kids.
Yeah, whole different generation. Even too with dating apps, everyone's online. You don't know how to meet people in person.
Yeah. And I feel like, instead of going out to reach with these kids, they rather be like, oh, here, I'm going to go on the phone. If I don't want to talk to them no more, that's it.
Yeah, let's FaceTime.
Yeah, let's talk on the phone. Let's FaceTime, this and that. I mean, yes, the computers and everything, the technology in general has gotten way better since we were. And I would say as a kid, I grew up, bro, dial up, AOL Instant Messenger. Like, bro, what was that game? I forgot the name of it. It was the one big game they used to go up and down the river.
Temple Run?
Nah, you see, you too young for me, Doug. I forgot the name of it. It'll come to me sooner or later.
Temple Run. I have it on my phone.
Nah, not that game.
Let me look it up. there's a game that the river.
Yeah, you used to get sick. Used to catch like malaria.
Let's see.
Man,
Is it a computer game or a phone
it's
game?
a PC game.
PC river game. Let's see what comes up. PC river game. All right, what we got?
Let me see.
Top War. The river.
No, man.
The flame. The raft.
The Amazon Trail. I think it was that one.
Let's look it up. Amazon Trail.
Amazon Trail.
Amazon Trail. It might be.
Yeah, I think it was the Amazon Trail, man. I think it was that game. Like, bro, you used to play that game. What was it?
Tetris.
Did you see you playing games that was an interaction, bro?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's old school. These kids don't know nothing about Pac-Man.
Yeah.
What was your favorite game growing up?
Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, that was an old game.
That is one hell of a fucking game name. See, I grew up on like Super Mario Brothers. Brothers.
But see, even for that, for Super Monkey Ball, they came over to the house and we interacted. It's not like we would do the race. It's not like people have to stay home and then you stream it.
Well, that's the thing is like back in the day, bro, you had like when I grew up playing games, we played a lot of single player games. If not, it was 2-player games.
Yeah.
Now it's so much of multiplayer games that people can just hop on a computer. You got 5-6 of your friends playing in one game at one time. Like if you watch, there's an anime, Shangri-La Frontier. Like sooner or later, we're gonna go to that like state of gaming. Is you put on a VR headset and everybody's in the VR and everybody wants to just play.
Yeah, virtual reality.
Yeah,
as they call it.
And I feel like we need more of that interaction. We need more of those kids just going outside because I feel like a lot of people have, stopped their kids from going outside because abductions and they're scared their kids gonna get taken and stuff like that. But I mean that's throughout through years it's been happening. So what makes it different now?
I don't know.
So I think if you teach your kids the correct way, teach this generation, listen, don't go to strangers. If you see a stranger, go to your friend's house or come home. Or if you see a police officer, let the police officer know that this person is bothering you. Whoa, what was that?
The wind.
I think we got a ghost in here.
No, I don't believe in ghosts.
You don't believe in ghosts?
Nah.
Come
Spirits,
on,
but not ghosts.
How do you hold on? Now we're going different here.
Well, the thing knocked over.
How do you believe in spirits but not ghosts? That's the same thing. What's the difference?
Big difference.
What's the difference?
Spirit is like when you die and you're like your soul or your spirit lives on. You're like floating somewhere. Could be heaven, could be hell, purgatory, the earth. A ghost is like something scary.
Doug, really?
At least from my knowledge, that's a ghost.
No, a ghost is a figure that you see that is not clear. That's a spirit is like, all right, so if you see a shadow go by, is that a spirit or a ghost?
Spirit. A ghost is more haunted.
Let's look up the definition of a ghost.
That's a ghost.
Because you believe in spirits but not ghosts.
Correct. That's what a ghost is. A ghost is more haunted. Say, look up.
Ghost. All right, ghost. An apparition of a dead person which is believed to appear or become manifest to the living, typically as I can't even pronounce that, nucleus image. Okay.
This is spirit. The non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character. The soul.
It sounds like the same thing to me.
No, a ghost is more like haunted. Or like something evil.
No, a ghost can just because it's a ghost does not mean that it's haunted. All right, so while the words spirit and ghost are sometimes used interchangeably, A ghost is generally understood as the disembodied spirit of a deceased person or animal, while spirit is a border term that can refer to the soul, a non-human
Yes,
spiritual
that's
being.
ghost.
No. Or the essence of something. So basically, they mean the same thing. Okay. So a ghost is a disembodied spirit of a deceased person or animal.
I don't know. I just don't know how we went from generations to ghost.
Because I have no idea. But you said you don't believe in ghosts.
I don't.
But
that
you
just
believe in
happened.
spirit.
That just happened to fall.
That's how we got upon ghosts.
Yeah, but like a spirit would be like when you die and like you like so, I could sense you.
So no figure or nothing, just feeling.
Yeah.
To you, a spirit is just a feeling, while a ghost is actually an apparition.
Like, you know how like you're.
Have you ever seen an apparition?
No.
Like a shadow or something like that?
Yeah.
So is that a spirit or a ghost?
I would say that's like a spirit. Could be a ghost. I don't know.
Ah.
But like you know how like your lovely personality.
You talking about me having a lovely personality?
Yeah.
It's gay. Yeah, sure.
No, like I could like, and I could probably feel it. Like when. Why are we talking about you dying? But like, let's say
you brought up me having a lovely personality.
But like I could feel that spirit. Like if someone's always
you can feel a good spirit next to you.
Yeah.
Do you feel evil spirits?
With you? No.
No, I'm saying just around.
You might be able.
Like if in general, have you ever been in a room or somewhere and you felt like there was an evil or a good spirit around you?
Yeah.
So did that spirit have a figure to it? Meaning there was a shadow?
No, but I just felt the negativity around there.
Okay. So you feel all right. So you've never seen a ghost. You felt spirits.
Yeah, you felt spirits.
You felt ghosts.
No, I didn't. But I've seen ghosts.
Have you? You just said you didn't see ghosts.
No, but like you know how sometimes you see something and you're like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, I've seen plenty of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like
I've had a situation. This show is going to turn into the Ghost and Spirit show. I've had a situation where one time
we were supposed to do it before too.
This is the crazy part about talking on podcasts. I've had one time where I've sat down, right, and I was sitting on some steps, and I had friends in front of me, and we were all just talking, having a good time. I must have been like 16 at the time, and all of a sudden I look up, and I see a whole shadow go across the back of a wall, and I'm looking, and I'm like, and they're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Nothing." They were like, "No, tell us what happened." I said, "You didn't see that?" They're like, "No." Even the people sitting next to me, I'm like, "You didn't see that?" I was like, there was just a shadow just ran across the back of that wall, and there's nobody around. So that was my first encounter with like a spirit or a ghost, right?
Yeah.
So then afterwards, I went to the Gem Show in Edison, right? And I went into one of these booths. And in the booth, all of a sudden I could feel like a heaviness on me. And I'm like, what's going on in this booth? So I look around and you see like the star and everything and black candles. So I turn around and look at my boy and I'm like, you feel that? He's like, yeah. He's like, let's go. I was like, all right, we're out. So we go. So we end up talking afterwards. Like I go to his house. And we're talking about, he's like, yo, Dave, he's like, I'm surprised you felt that. Like, usually your sign doesn't feel that, right? So I'm Sagittarius. I'm not big into zodiac signs. But he's like, yo, your sign doesn't feel that. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know. It's weird. So I go and we're talking in his house and we're standing in the kitchen. Now, the way the house is set up is the kitchen, then a dining room, which is a little hall, and then the living room. So one of them old houses. So I go into the house and we're in the kitchen. We're talking. He's like, come upstairs with me. Okay. No diddy. So we go upstairs. He's like, just tell me what you feel. And I'm like, I feel like the hairs on my body standing up.
Yeah.
And he's like, everybody has a different feeling up here. You might go up there and you might feel like sadness or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, let's go back downstairs. Yo, stop playing footsie with me.
I didn't realize.
You purposely went to look for my foot, bro.
Sorry.
So anyway, so we go back downstairs. He's like, come to the basement. I want to show you something. It's been with the house ever since they bought it. So we go down to the basement, and he shows me this thing. Now, halfway down the basement, the people upstairs, which was my wife, his wife, decided, let's shut off the lights on him because the switch is upstairs. So as soon as I walk into the next room, I'm talking about foot, just steps in, the lights turn off. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, bro. I can't see anything. It's pitch black. I'm like, I can't move. So they turn the lights on. We go to the back. He shows me like this, almost like a tribal, mask.
Yeah.
One of them big ones. It was probably like 4 feet. So he's like, don't touch it. He was like, it's been with the house for a while. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So we go upstairs, right? So now from the basement to get back to the kitchen, you got to go through the dining room. So I go through the dining room and I go in the kitchen. And as soon as I walk past the sink, something flies behind me from the dish rack. Now, I walked past this place twice already. So I'm looking around. I'm like, where'd that come from? So my wife's like, you're stepping too hard. I'm like, I've walked past this twice. Nothing's fallen. So now I'm standing there in this kitchen like, what the hell is going on today? And as I'm standing in the kitchen, I'm looking straight ahead and I'm looking at the living room. So in this living room, I can see what looks like a figure sitting down on a couch. It's one of them single, couches.
Yeah.
And it's looking at me and it's like this. So then my buddy goes, yo, Dave, let's go to the living room to talk, because everybody's allowed in the kitchen. So I go to the living room and he's standing next to me. Now he's on my right side. The couch is on my left side.
Yeah.
Right. So all of a sudden I'm standing there and my eyes start getting teary, watering up. So I look at him and I go, yeah. I'm like, you see that? And he goes, yeah. I said, no, do you see that? Like my eyes are watering. He goes, yeah, you look like you're about to cry. I said, I don't know what it is, but I feel like somebody's sitting here in this spot going like this to me. Like if it's acknowledging that I know it's there, but nobody else knows it's there. So I told him, I said, who used to sit in this chair? He goes, in that chair specifically, nobody. He said, but his father-in-law used to sit in that spot in his own chair. So I'm like, do you mind if I sit down in the chair? He's like, yeah, go ahead. So I sit in the chair and I'm looking up and talking to him. And he goes, Dave, get up. He's like, I don't want you to get sick or anything, with, energy being around. So I said, I feel like this spirit wants me to acknowledge that he's proud of you and that he's always here still watching over you guys. And he was like, yeah. So he told his wife this story, right? Or what happened afterwards. He never told his mother-in-law because he feels like, his mother-in-law would become emotional over it. But I've that experience will always be etched in me because it was one of those weird, I can see it mentally, it just staring at me. But then we go back into the kitchen and I'm looking at the chair and it's like if the image or the spirit or whatever it is, the ghost, whatever it could be, sits there and looks at me and goes, I thank you. Thank you for letting them know that I'm good.
So you're a psychic, is what you're saying.
Well, it's weird. I wouldn't consider myself a psychic. I would say that I am close to the paranormal. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of me that is close to it. And it's funny because after that whole situation, I went to my grandmother's house, right? This is where the story gets crazy. Because I go to my grandmother's house and I'm talking to her. And she goes, if you ever see something, don't be weirded out by it. Don't be afraid.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Now my wife's sitting there in the kitchen, right? Now this is crazy because my wife's sitting there and I look at her. I don't say nothing to my grandmother. She goes, somebody in this family, I don't know who, is going to be able to see spirits and ghosts.
And that happens to be Big Dave Mendoza.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, it's weird that you talk, because we weren't talking about spirits. We weren't talking about ghosts. She brought it up and she's like, somebody in this family is going to, do it. And I looked at my wife and I'm like, so I found it weird. And, maybe it's part of the family where you can see things. And I've had negative encounters with certain things. Like I've had one time where I had a dream that there was, so the way my old room used to be set up was I had a closet next to my bed, which was my closet. There was a closet in the corner, which was my wife's closet. And in this dream vision, whatever it was, I looked over at the closet and there was two red glowing eyes. Now we all know what red glowing eyes mean, right? It's negative.
Yep.
So I'm looking and I'm like, I'm looking and I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? And it comes out and it's like this big, tall creature. And it says, you know what I want. I'm like, no, I don't. What do you want from my life? Now, mind you, I have played the Ouija board once before. So could play a role into it. But anyway, I'm standing there face to face with this demon, creature, ghost, whatever the fuck it is. And I go to it and I say, what do you want from my life? And it points. Now, mind you, it doesn't point at me.
Yeah.
It points behind me. So I'm like this. And what's there is a dress. And this dress was the size of my youngest daughter at the time. And I was like, no, go. Now, personally, I've always felt like I could push things away. Whether it's true or not, mentally, that's how I always felt.
Yeah.
And I felt like I pushed this thing away. And it's never been back since.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. But I've had encounters where like I've woken up in the middle of the night and I've gone to the bathroom. Now, on the way to the bathroom is the linen closet and my kids' room and then the bathroom door. When I would get out of the bathroom, the linen closet door would be open. And this didn't happen just once or twice. This happened like
This
3-4
freaky.
times.
This is really freaky
Yeah.
stuff.
So, like, for me, I've always felt like there's a belief in spirits and ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's
And
spirits out there.
And I've always been attracted to it. Like, I'm one of those people to be like, yo, if you want to go to this haunted house, like, yo, let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's do it. Big Dave and I were gonna make a vlog going to haunted house.
We should do that. We should go to like a well-known haunted place that we're allowed to go into and just like document whatever we see. And
yeah, we're gonna do that next time on Unsolicited Role Models come October.
Yo, we have to find like this. Like I've done what's the name of that road? Clinton Road, and didn't see anything. The road itself is pitch black.
Yeah,
if you turn your car lights off, bro, you're not seeing anything around you. But I've gone down there. I haven't gone out. I didn't get out the car, not like that, because the road's kind of sketchy. It's one of those roads where if you're at a wrong turn, somebody doesn't see you, they're probably gonna fucking hit you, especially if the drunk driver comes down.
Yeah, for sure.
But I definitely want to hit up some like haunted houses.
Yeah, I'd be down for that, guys.
Yeah, we should definitely find like a
we'll definitely do a part 2 episode of this with Ray. See what he has to share.
Yeah, there's a I was gonna do it last November, October. Me and my buddy were gonna do it. There's an asylum and they do haunted tours at night. And it's like at 10 o'clock at night. Once because they have another attraction there where it's like the haunted house where they set up for people.
Yeah.
But behind them is the asylum where they let you go in there and actually do like a haunting tour.
That's pretty interesting.
So I want to go there and like see if I can pick up some like EVPs or stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, that's man. I didn't know that side to you. That's pretty cool.
Listen, the paranormal, like conspiracy theories, I love that stuff. If you had a paranormal story, I would feed into it 100%. I wish we can get like people on this show to share their paranormal experiences.
You probably can reach out to us.
Yeah, because I want to know if anybody's had like a weird situation, a weird story. Like I got a buddy of mine that he's got stories for days.
Just call him up.
And we've talked about it here and there. Telling the stories of paranormal, even the conspiracies. Like talking to conspiracies is one of my go-tos. But I love the supernatural. I love it.
That's cool.
And it's crazy. I could say this. If you really think about it, that's one thing that I would probably have with religious people is that spiritual, supernatural part of it.
Yeah, there's an afterlife.
Yeah, because some people, like you said, purgatory,
Heaven, hell.
Some people might get stuck on earth that, they don't realize they're dead at some point, and they're just replaying over and over what they did.
Yeah.
Like,
try telling you that.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows if there's a heaven? Who knows if there's a hell? We haven't been there yet. We're not going to know until we ever go there. But we're here on earth, and like to see spirits and to see stuff like that, it's crazy to think what else could be out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it could be just our mindset. That's what people.
It could be, but my one of my good friends who's a deacon, he says that's usually spirits coming to you saying, I need help. I'm not in heaven. I'm not in hell, but I'm still here.
Yeah, and that's one thing about me is like I love to help people. Like I want to see people succeed.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Whether
making me emotional now.
Must be nice. Must be nice, Doug Saravo. Nah, but I definitely like. Spirits played a big role in my life growing up. I've had people tell me that they have, they heard voices in their head and stuff like that. And all you can do is talk to them at the end of the day and try to figure out what's going on. You can't really tell them it's not really there or not, because to them it's there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah?
I agree. That was interesting. That was more of me sitting down listening. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you had any spirits or something like that, it would have been great.
Yeah, it started with being outside to seeing spirits and ghosts.
Yeah, man. We went from this new generation to like this old generation. And I'm gonna tell you, man, whether you're young or older,
enjoy life.
Yeah, enjoy your life, bro. And try to figure out who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Who you are, because one day you might feel like you're gonna do something, and the next day you feel like you want to do something else.
Mm-hmm. Be true to yourself. Ignore the haters, the doubters, the naysayers. What you gotta do is find someone who means something to you.
And if there's anybody out there that feels like they can help me tap into my spiritual stuff, yo, hit me up.
Yeah, like it could be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, husband, wife. Find that person, or it could just be your best friend.
Us be nice.
Big Dave Mendoza.
But if there is anybody out there that can help me tap into the spiritual stuff, hit me up, like comment.
Send Dave over.
Send it over. Let's talk about this. If you got a story to tell, come out and discuss this with me, bro. Because I would love to
call his phone.
Don't call my phone. Just hop in the DMs.
I'll give you his number.
Comment. Do whatever you can. But yeah, come talk ghosts with us.
Yeah, ghost spirits. That was interesting.
This was a great show. I mean, we went from new generation to ghosts and spirits.
Oh, we were supposed to do it before too, right? But we had
we had technical difficulties. Hopefully the show,
we got a new studio here, so
we're still working on stuff. We're working on the internet here, stuff like that. But it's definitely worth it. We're definitely moving on up.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So
it'll be fun.
We'll see you guys next time on Tequila Time.
All right, take care, guys.
Take care.